Well, good morning, everybody. Wolfie here. I am off on an adventure. Going to see just how friendly or how angry the TSA is these days. Nah, I'm kidding. It should be pretty uneventful. I am going to get the TSA pre-check enrollment done with. This is where you get your anal probe in advance, prior to going on a trip, instead of having your anal probing done at every step of the way at the airport for each leg of your trip. They supposedly will sort of let you, I guess, skip the line at the airport security checkpoints within reason. I guess they still scan you and everything, but I guess they don't make you take out your laptop and your tablets and all your shit. You don't have to take off your shoes and all that stupidity. You just I'm not sure what it is really, but it seems like it might be worth trying. Whole thing is security theater anyway, and people far more eloquent than me have already handily dismantled the silliness that the TSA embarks on. My little dash cam was goofing off a minute ago. Seems better now. I still haven't run those cables around the trim of the car. I need to get that done. Got the trash out the door. Fed the outdoor kitties. Fed the indoor kitties. There's not a whole lot going on. I'm sorry, I'm kind of babbling. But anyway, so, yeah, the shtick with this thing is you show up, you show them your ID, your enrollment number, which I have on this paper, and I have to show them my passport, proof citizenship, and ID, and they fingerprint you, and they take a fee. I think it's like $85 or something, and then they put you in the cool kids club, and apparently you're subjected to less stringent screening when you go through security to get on an airplane. We'll see how that actually works. I'm doing this a couple months in advance because I don't want them to, I want them to have plenty of time to, I guess, change their minds and let me know. Like, well, we discovered that you have terabytes of pornography. Like, shit. I didn't bring it with me. Man, there was a guy that, I guess he went to Japan and, lived in America. He's an American, and he flew to Japan, spent a week or whatever, and then, he bought a bunch of dirty comic books, right? It's legal out there. I mean, there's all sorts of shit they just sell right out in the open in Japan, because they're a lot less hung up about sexuality than we Americans are. But so anyway, he buys a bunch of dirty comics, and when he comes back to the States, going through customs, they happen to search his luggage and they find the stuff. And holy hell, they put him through the ringer, man. They charged him with, I think they tried to nail him on distribution of child pornography. We're talking drawings here, like cartoons, comic books. So, now obviously that didn't fly, but they, gave him a hell of a time for it, and charged him with indecency or some other import-related nastiness, and they were dicks about it. It just cracks me up. And, the lesson learned there is, if you're going to buy something in a foreign country unless it's something like innocuous, like a cell phone or a textbook, just have them ship it home. Don't bother trying to bring it back with you on the airplane. That's just going to get you nowhere good. Yeah, they've had the U.S. Customs has an interesting relationship with Japanese culture. All right, let us hit warp 9 on the tollway. Oh, well, he just almost fucked up. Well, let's fuck with him more. That guy ran a red light to turn in front of running traffic. Getting away from his ass. Whee! And of course, my exit is this first one coming up right here, so I can't get going too fast. Yes, you just witnessed the power of a Toyota Prius. I kid, but this is a great car. I really like this machine. Yeah, the interesting part about this TSA stuff, I have to. The closest office to sign up for pre-check is at the airport. So that's where I'm going this morning. And the eternal optimist in me thinks I can pull this off. The realist in me says I'm going to be groveling to work, explaining why I'm late. Because I've got 11 minutes to get there by 8 o'clock, which I should be able to do. And then they open at 8. And in theory, it won't take too long to get done. That's the optimist in me talking. Now, the realist in me says this is the fucking TSA we're talking about. So I'm going to get some new gray hairs in this process. And I might be back next June. Get merged here. This is kind of... Actually, traffic's not too bad. Anyway, what was I babbling about? Oh yeah, customs and Japan and all that stuff. Yeah, I think if you're going to buy anything even slightly risque overseas, it's best just to have it shipped back home, no matter how expensive it is to do that. You just don't want to risk giving customs any excuse to stop you or screw with you or, you know, tick another checkbox like, hey, we got one. Speed up here a little bit so I don't get run over by the rest of the traffic. 5 miles? I don't remember it being that far. Oh well, here we are. Can't argue with physics. Curry Ford. Got such weird street names here. The Conlakachi. That was a fun one to learn how to pronounce. That's where my community college was when I was going back a second time to try to get a degree. Well, excuse me. Actually slept okay for once today. Haven't been on this road for a while. Haven't been to the airport for a couple of years now. It's going to be pleasant going by myself. I'm not going to miss traveling with my +1. She was obnoxious on the road. Absolute control freak, had to be in charge of absolutely everything. Total Karen mode as soon as she left the house on any kind of trip. God, it was insufferable. Should have broke up with her after that first cruise when she showed her true colors as a completely obnoxious bitch. Oh well. Live and learn, right? Freaking e-pass. Oh, yeah. I completely forgot until, well, I guess I didn't completely forget because I just remembered. For the last few weeks that I've been playing Fire Emblem Three Houses, there's this, what is it, Amiibo gazebo thing in the game. Oh, there's a dead raccoon. Little furry creature. Sorry, guy. Right, so there's this Amiibo thing for the game. And I've been talking just nonstop because I'm insufferable about finding a way to fake having Amiibo data because I'm not buying little figurines. That's just ridiculous. There we go, a mile and a quarter. So I bought some NFC tags that are rewritable, and I got an archive of all sorts of Amiibo data, and apparently it's really small, like 500 bytes per character or per figure, which I guess makes sense that they would cheap out. But yeah, so I got a pack of like 25 tags, and I think I spent a whopping $8 on it or something. So I can use my phone, any phone with NFC, like with what is it? Any phone that has tap to pay type stuff, where it can do wireless or contactless payments, can program NFC tags. So I'm going to use my phone and some free software to start shoving Amiibo data onto these little tags. And then, next time I play Fire Emblem on stream, we're going to stick those things in and see what happens. I have no idea what that actually does. And it's kind of stupid that I've spent actual money to try to find out. When I could have just looked it up. But oh, no. We're going to test it. Experiment. 528 West, Intel Airport, says the sign. But yeah, that should be interesting. I don't know what Amiibos it's expecting me to have. There's apparently a monstrous collection of them. $7:55, hopefully about 5 minutes away. I should have left about 5 minutes earlier than I did. I don't even remember what slowed me down. I don't feel like anything did. I just woke up 5 minutes too late, I guess. I was pretty much moving from the moment I got up. Anyway, yeah, there's like at least 150 different Amiibos in this archive that I got, that I legally acquired, of course. Oh my God, one of those digital message boards on the highway here just said, "Keep your distance in traffic and in public. Conform, citizen." There's Goldenrod. Next exit should be the airport. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've been 2.25 miles. Summer on. There we go. God, my mouth is dry this morning. I don't even know why. Maybe I have gone to herpessyphilades. Can't imagine where I might have got it from. Fucking whore. But, no, that's not fair. After she told me she cheated, I went and got tested and I was clean. Supposedly she was too. She told her boyfriend she was, so, Anyway, no, I've, so for my upcoming trip, no, it's not related to my upcoming trip. It's just a fun coincidence. I've been binge watching Air Disaster Investigation. It's like 20 seasons of this shit. And I'm about, most of the way through season 6, I think. So, you know, in a couple months, I'm going to be strapping myself into an airplane. But in preparation for this, I guess I'm watching dramatic reenactments of all sorts of air travel disasters. This does not seem very smart or conducive to feeling comfortable about going flying. But the funny thing is, it actually kind of makes me feel safer because of all the aviation accidents over the history of commercial flight. They've learned a whole lot. Okay, next exit for the airport. The airport. What have they done with this exit? This looks all funky. Left for airport. That makes sense. Oh, I see. Okay, they snuck the other exit around. Ah, cute. And we're going over a new overpass to go straight to the airport. Cool. So we don't have to wait at a traffic light anymore. Nice. Fancy little flyover here. Ah, there's the big tower. But anyway, yeah, so they've learned so much through all these different accidents that it's made commercial air travel a lot safer over the years. Okay, I need to pay attention to these signs. Parking C, economy parking. That's not for me, baby. Today we're buying premium. Because, I need to park at the terminal. Terminal A, that's the one I want. That's just a bunch of airlines. Not interested. Parking garage C is closed by order of the Orange County Mayor. Face coverings required at... Well. Uh-oh. North Park Place closed. Garages A and B open. Garage C closed. I think I want garage A. Face coverings required in all public places. I guess that order is still in place. It's so retarded. Thou must covereth thou thy faceth. Yeah, I don't want C parking. That's the economy stuff. Rental car return. Parking. There we go. 7-foot clearance. We have clearance. Clearance. Roger. Roger. What's our vector? Vector. Ooh, neat. Oh, sun pass. Let's go. If gate doesn't... Oh, there we go. Neat. It chirped at me. How cute. Okay, where the hell are we going? Oh, hi, garage. Neat. Wow. This is different. Never actually been in here. Hyatt Hotel parking. Oh, yeah, I forgot there's a hotel in this place. Got a hotel built right into the terminal. No back-end parking. Okay. Terminal parking. Let's go. Welcome to the airport experience. Ah! Almost backed into me. Oh, wait. God, I'm stupid. These are not sunglasses. Okay, which way can I go? I guess I can go both ways. Giggity. No, I don't actually swing that way. Okay, there's the exit for the terminal. Oh. There's a surprising number of people parked here. It's almost like it's a busy airport or something. Oh, dinky little car, you bastard! I thought that spot was open. Okay, we'll try my luck. And this next row, closest to the airport. Oh, wait, no, damn it, that's a handicap spot, I think. Is it? Yes, it is. Mentally handicapped as I am, I cannot use handicapped spots. Another dinky little car makes the spot look empty when it really isn't. This is stupid. What am I doing here? Haha! An empty spot has been secured. Alright, guys. I'll be back to report on whether I succeeded at not tickling the TSA or not. Back in a bit. Well, that was fun. Mission accomplished. I failed to get arrested, and I always consider that a win when interacting with government employees. Now, some fun facts. This is level 1 of the parking garage, but once you get to the stairs or elevator for the to reach the access tunnel to the airport, you're on level 3. So garage level 1 is whatever is airport annex level 3. So then you go all the way down to 1 tunnel, and there's moving walks through the tunnel. Yes, I'm breathing heavily because I'm a fat ass out of shape. Let's boost the AC while we're at it. Yeah, so I got into the airport, and of course, what did I forget to bring? My compliance sleeve. So like a dumbass, I forgot to wear a mask. But to my credit, I was not the only one in there who did it. There were some fucking pilot, a goddamn captain, 4 bars on his sleeve, had no mask, gave 0 fucks. I'm like, all right, man, you're with me. Nobody even said anything. It's kind of funny. So, yeah, I scrambled around the airport for for the terminal for a good 10 minutes. And once I was in the right area of the airport, turns out it was level 3 that I needed to be on. I didn't have any problem finding the TSA office. And they were friendly. I was a walk-in because I'm a dumbass and didn't set an appointment. And so I had to sit there for maybe 15 minutes. It wasn't bad. And they took me in. They signed me in their neat little gadget. And the actual process took about, I'd say, 7-8 minutes. It wasn't bad at all. Okay, now, let's see whether this... So are you going to tell me how much this even costs? $4. Fuck, man. I was there less than an hour. Oh, whatever. I was there 47 minutes. A bunch of bullshit. Oh, well, it's done. So, $85 plus $4 later. Okay, I need over there. I need over there a lot. Need over there even more. Crossing 3 lanes of traffic. Fun times. So yeah, I waited there for about 15 minutes. Then she quietly gestured me in. I guess they snuck me in between appointments. And yeah, they take your passport, they take a picture of it, then they scan the little chip on the inside. I've never seen anybody scan that chip before. Not even at customs coming back from a cruise overseas. They didn't scan the little chip. But anyway, so they scan the chip, they take a picture of the passport, and then I fill in stuff like my social security number, my address, my email address, all that good jazz. And oh, nope, this lane's still open. Then they collect payment. Took a picture of my nice sweaty face. No glasses. The instructions were comical. Don't smile. I'm like, this is my natural face, lady. You're getting a goofy, sarcastic, dopey look no matter what you ask for. But no, she was nice. They were pretty good, and the actual enrollment. Oh yeah, they fingerprinted me too. Neat digital fingerprint thing. So nothing, no ink on my fingers. That was nice. Unlike my concealed carry license, that used regular ink. That got everywhere. But yeah, so this is all done. She said it can take 2 to 4 weeks for the feds to run my background check. Now we'll see how efficient our government is. Right. That's a comical statement right there. The eternal optimist. Oh, this will be fast. The reason I say that is, like, 7 years ago, I went through, like, this 150-page questionnaire to get a security clearance, and they approved it, and I got it. And as far as I know, that's still active. I think you have to... Well, I don't have a need now for it, but I'm pretty sure it's still there. I think it's good for 10 years or something, and you have to renew it, or I don't know how that works. But then, yeah, so they did that like 7 years ago, and I have a security clearance from it. Then, back in March, I had to do a background check to buy a handgun. So that went through as well. So, if the government has any kind of efficiency whatsoever, they should have a record of those former background checks. Then again, they probably have to do a current one because, you know, I could have become a criminal mastermind in the past 6 months and, you know, robbed banks and kicked babies and stolen candy from puppies, that sort of thing. So, we'll see. 2 to 4 weeks, though. That's going to be interesting. But they'll email me the results and give me my known traveler number. Then I give that to the airline, and then suddenly I am a happy, compliant citizen. So we'll see how it goes. They have a bunch of questions they ask you on the pad, the little device asks you about your criminal history. And it's delightful to be able to answer no to all of their questions about, have you ever been arrested? Have you ever been an asshole? Ever gone to jail for something? Ever been convicted of anything? I'm like, well, no. I think the worst I've ever dealt with in court was a speeding ticket. And thankfully they don't hold those against you in air travel. Like, I was a dumb teenager and I was speeding. I'm like, that's it, you cannot travel. Your credit score is insufficient. Your social credit score, that is. 417, Tampa and Orlando. I'm not going to Tampa, screw that. Tampa's boring. The only thing interesting in Tampa is the train station. And that's only because it takes you away from Tampa. Okay, I'm tired of sitting behind this guy. Speed limit 70, asshat. Don't do 60. It's a Nissan. I know it can do better than 60. Whee! Okay, so back home. I forgot, I'll just get there at 8, get right in and get right out. That's, the flaw in my plan is I forgot how big the airport is. It's a 5-minute walk just to get from the car to the entrance to the terminal. Then it's another, I don't know, I spent another, it didn't take too long, really. I started on the first floor of the terminal, which is where all the rental car companies were. And, like a dumbass, I walk right up and go, could you have a mask I could have? Because they're wearing those cheap, paper fucking masks. They've got 1 million of them back behind the counter, but the fuckers wouldn't give me one. And then I'm like, oh, well, fine, give me knowledge then. I'm trying to find the TSA office. And they're like, oh yeah, it's up on 3, go that way. I'm like, okay. So I wander around, find an elevator, go upstairs. And it's a big terminal. It's really, really big. We've got something like 100 gates and lots and lots of shops and fast food and stuff. So I wandered around I just picked the direction and went. I didn't have any inkling of which way to go. But I lucked out and happened to pick the right direction. And so I spotted SunTrust Bank, and then, hey, wait a minute, they said they were across from that. And sure enough, I turned my gaze slightly to the right, and there's that little green logo, pre-check TSA. Dun, dun, dun. So I found it, and I made it. Took 10 minutes to get from my car to that office, and then since I knew where I was going, it only took 5 minutes to get back. So I'm proud of myself. I survived an adventure at the airport. $4 fucking for that parking, man. I was there less than an hour. God, when you park at the airport in economy parking and you leave your car there for like 8 days, it only costs $100. Only. Okay, that's expensive too. It's cheaper than an Uber. And there is no way in hell I am taking a cab or an Uber to get to the goddamn airport. Because Uber has wised up to that. It used to be cheaper. Because you could just, you book the Uber and they give you normal rates to take the ride to the airport. Just charge you based on mileage and the pickup fee like a cab does. But they wised up to it and realized, wait a minute, people are getting, compared to taxis, we're charging like half to get to the airport. That's bullshit. There's more revenue there to be had. And so they jacked up their prices to basically be barely competitive with taxis. And I don't like cabs. I hate taxis. Because I think the one time, I've only ridden in a couple cabs, and the last time I rode in a cab was back in 2004. Left the Bellagio Hotel in Vegas, leaving a very hot girl behind in the hotel room to sleep because I had just worn her out, and took a cab to my ex-wife's apartment to pick up a car that she had promised to pay for, but suddenly refused to pay for. So I took the cab from the Bellagio over to her apartment, but as we're in the cab, I'm the only rider, so as we turn left, or in the left turn lane rather, to turn onto, I'm pretty sure it was Flamingo Boulevard, or whichever road is right next to Bellagio. I forget which one that is. It's not Tropicana. It doesn't matter. Maybe it was Rancho. Oh, who cares? So we're in the left turn lane to get onto Mystery Road 1. And the other direction gets to go, and their left light turns on. And so this guy turns too tightly and just bam, right into the front of the cab. So I'm like, well, fucking great. This is going to take forever. So that motherfucking cab driver, I mean, obviously it wasn't his fault. He was, behind the stop line. He didn't run the light. He was just sitting there. And this other asshole, I think it was a cab, actually. No, it wasn't a cab. That would have been easier. It was just some schmuck. They get out of their car and they blah, blah, blah. So they wait for the cops to show up. Now, do they call me another cab? Nah, not yet. They wait until I can tell the cops that the cabbie didn't do anything wrong. So I tell the cops, I'm a good citizen. Like, hey, yeah, we were just sitting here in the turn lane, minding our own business, and then wham! So the cop goes, yeah, it's not your guys' fault, it's the other guy, so we're going to give him a ticket and get you guys towed. So then the cabbie decides to call me another cab. From the same company, of course. Now, the first cabbie, the one that drove and had the accident, he had the decency not to charge me a fare. But the fucking cab that showed up to finish my trip, that motherfucker wanted money. And I'm like, are you serious? I hire you guys to drive me 3 fucking miles. You get me in a car wreck and expect me to pay a fare. He's like, yep. Shit. It's not like I could do much about it, so I'm like, okay. You're an ass, but here's your money. So I don't like cabs. Cabs suck. It is 8:58. God damn it. I'm like 5 minutes from home. But I almost did this on time. So I considered this morning a victory. I didn't even need my special little paper that I'm not going to show you. I will soon get my TT number. The TT, she explains, stands for Trusted Traveler. I think it means, let me think here. Gotta think of something vulgar. Tit tickler. Yeah. That'll be what I'm going for. Certified tit tickler. Oh, I'm awful. 42 years old and I act like a 6-year-old. And I hope that never changes. I should have shaved this morning because this makes me look old. You know, I got some gray in my beard. I'm an actual literal gray beard. Or at least I'm getting there. I've got gray hair too. It's crazy. I didn't think I would start turning gray until my 50s. Halfway figured I'd go bald, because, you know, my dad's got male pattern baldness. And then I realized that the mother passes that down, and there's no, oh shit, he's moving fast. And there's no baldness in my mother's side of the family. So, and it skips a generation too, if I remember right. But it doesn't matter. So, yeah, that was a thing. Fun adventure at the airport. Mission accomplished. I love airports. I don't know why. They're just they're neat. It's like a giant piece of infrastructure that has to be well maintained for things to work right. And obviously there's stuff where they cut corners and stuff doesn't get cleaned as perfectly as it should, or stuff breaks down and they work with half-broken equipment here and there, whatever. But it's still a neat experience. There's lots of good signage. It's all digital displays now. These big-ass 4K screens just stacked on the walls, hanging from the ceilings. And all the text is just crisp and easy to read from a distance. There's lots of iconography. I don't think that's the right word. Lots of pictograms and icons and graphics to help you find, copy. Right. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm doing 70. Nyark, nyark. Yeah, I think he just finished pulling someone over. I saw them pulling out on the way over to the airport, and they were setting up speed traps, so go get them, guys. I actually do tend to stick mostly to the speed limit anyway. But yeah, so the airports are nice and clean. They're well organized. Stuff is where it makes sense to be. Oh, and I saw the entrance where you go if you're a trusted traveler. And sure enough, it looks a lot simpler than the main TSA line. And speaking of the main TSA line, it wasn't busy this morning at the airport. It was pretty quiet because they pretty much all the early morning flights have already left by this time of day. They typically leave between 7 and 8 in the morning. So it wasn't hugely busy. But I saw they use those I don't know, the pedestals with the retractable belt in them to make lines so people can snake around and wait in line. And they have that all set up for the TSA security checkpoint, and fuck me, those are long. They've got that set up for, that line will reach to Spain. And when you think about it, I can imagine that thing completely full. And the stench of feet must just be unbearable when that place is busy. Because they still do that retarded thing where you got to take off your stupid shoes, which is the dumbest thing ever. One fucking guy tries unsuccessfully to bomb an airplane with a shoe bomb, fucks it up, gets his ass kicked by all the fellow passengers. And because of that one attempt that didn't even work, every goddamn traveler now in the United States has to fucking take off their shoes to get through airport security. And so when you've got more than 2 people with their shoes off at an airport, reeks. I don't care how clean you are. Shoes just reek. Even when you clean them. Feet are nasty. You foot fetish people out there are weird. I'm a tits man myself. The funny thing is, I like them big and small. The small, tight little spinner, A or B cups. Girl I was with 10 years ago, god damn, that was a body. And she was petite. And then I've been with big-breasted women too, and that's really delightful as well. I just like boobs. Butts are okay, but I'm really in there for the boobs. Take note, ladies. But yeah, I guess so looking at it, the pre-screened or pre-check TSA line looked a lot simpler. They had still had a scanner and everything, but it didn't look nearly as imposing, and there was no facility for there even to be a queue. So it looked to me like they expect that to be a damn near just breeze through, and you don't even have to do much of anything. So that was cool. And this should hopefully work out, and in 2 to 4 weeks I will be a trusted traveler of the United States government. Ting! I'm a good citizen. I do my thing. I follow rules. I'm a good little obedient slave. As it turns out, doing that sort of shit makes life easier. Go figure. Yes, there's that trash can. I found a couple bits of clothing that she left behind, including a negligee that I guess was too small and didn't fit anymore. She didn't want to wear it for her boyfriend, or she forgot to bring it, but it's in the trash now. So, yeah. That's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching this 45-minute babbling. Simba. Right. Take it easy, guys. I'm off to work. And shit ton of video to upload. That's coming this week, so stay tuned. Yeah, that's it.